Hey everyone, this is Brian, and I'm here with my December opinions, the final opinions of 2008. Now you might be thinking to yourself, well, did you do like a video similar to this? Well, no, I didn't do a video similar. Basically, what I did was a look back at 2008. And here, I just want to talk about, basically, as you know, my opinions on the Sonic the Hedgehog comic book. Well, as we know, as most of us have by now, because I got my issue a couple days ago, we just started Hedgehog's Havoc, which will conclude next month in the first issue of 2008. Now, as Ian Flynn has told us, Hedgehog's Havoc is a sort of a tie-in and crossover with Sonic X and the first issue of Sonic Universe. Now, as far as the story goes, I mean, all these issues go, I don't really know what's going to happen. But as we have seen in the previews for the upcoming issues, it looks like what happens as a result of the alliance from 194, something's going to take place that's going to lead us into something big in 200. Now, Ian said that whatever happens in 200 is going to be a changer. What kind of a changer? We don't know. But I do know he's got something, planned for a lot of us. Something that I think we're going to be talking about for a long time. Now, you might have listened to my review on the comic book, and you might be asking yourself why I think Ian Flynn sort of adapted a bit of the Sonic the Hedgehog Xbox 360 story. Well, if you read the issue, you read the story, you read some of the lines in there, and why Silver's there, then you kind of get the idea as to why I think he adapted some of it. Now, I know another thing a lot of people have always wondering is, when is the Zone Cop going to show up? Well, apparently we got something happening in the next couple of months to where he will appear. How and when, we don't know. We don't know if he's going to get rid of the Suppression Squad. We don't know if he's going to lock down all the zones so that there won't be no more crossovers. We don't know. The only person that knows any of this is Ian. Ian's the one that writes the story, so we just got to wait to see what he's got in store for us. Now, as far as Sonic Universe goes, from what I've read in preview-wise, along with the rest of you, I think Sonic Universe looks like it's going to be a good series. I don't know if it's going to last long. That's going to be the question. I mean, to me, Sonic Universe is basically Archie's way of answering, a lot of the fans' request. A lot of fans have been requesting that, the side stories stop showing up at times in the Sonic the Hedgehog comic book, and that you find somewhere else to place them. And I think that's what Sonic Universe is going to do. They're going to basically be a place to where the side stories will be expanded into a full-length story. Ian says that what happens in there will, in a way, affect what happens in the Sonic the Hedgehog comic book. I don't know what he means by that, but all I know is it's going to be all I know is if something big happens in there, it's going to affect the comic book. I don't know how. I don't know what characters he's going to use besides Shadow and Rouge and Blaze and Marina and Metal Sonic. I don't know. I don't know who else he's going to use. I think he's going to use Knuckles and the Chaotix. I think he's going to use Julie Sue, Mina, the Down Under Freedom Fighter. I just got a feeling that's what he's going to be doing with this. But that's still far away. As far as who's going to appear in the comic book. Anyway. Now, as far as the Sonic X comic book coming to an end, I have to say that Sonic X comic book it did a good run. But basically, the idea behind the Sonic X comic book was to kind of fill in the gaps, of what was taking place sort of in between the second season and third season. Well, not actually the second and third, but between the first, second, and third season. I think that was the whole idea. Because basically we had stories that kind of showed the characters doing involved in situations we've never seen involved before. But basically, that's what Sonic X did. It sort of served its purpose. It's sort of like a how do I say this? It's sort of like a a bridge between the first and second season to kind of show the characters and what they did, and kind of show stories that had not been published. Basically, kind of like a lost episodes kind of deal. That's what Sonic X comic book was, to me. And I read it. I bought some issues. I subscribed to some issues, and I enjoyed it. I'm not going to say I didn't. Um, Now, but that's all I have to say. Really, I mean, I did play. Well, I did play Sonic Unleashed on the 360, and it's a pretty good story. It's a pretty good game. I didn't play the whole thing, like a lot of people are doing. But I just played it enough to where I can get a feel for it. Um, yeah, it's a pretty good story. It's a pretty good story so far. Um, and the only reason I played is because I rented it. I don't own it, so that's about it. Um, and if you got on demand, if you got Comcast on demand, I suggest you go down to the Sonic to 4Kids TV, go to Sonic vs. Shadow, So Long Sonic, and you'll see like a 10-minute cartoon there called Night of the Werehog, which is sort of based off the game. Um, but that's all I have to say. 2008. This past year, I know when I did my opinions, and some of you agreed with them, some of you didn't. But those were my opinions, and if I was right about them, and I was wrong about them, which there was many times I was right and wrong. So be it. But that's all I have to say. And I appreciate you guys' comments over the past year, and hopefully I can do a better job next year. And maybe you'll probably hear about things and me talking about things that I've never talked about before. And also I do want to thank each and every one of you for who subscribe to my channel, for standing up for me against those that basically disrespect people like myself who I'm a fan of a franchise like everybody else is. I don't deserve to be disrespected just because I enjoy doing videos and reviews. I mean, I don't deserve to be disrespected, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you have gotten the same treatment from similar people. But I want to thank you again for standing up for me, and I know that it's not going to end. There are going to be those out there that are going to continue to uh, say things, just for the heck of it, just because they want to hurt people or think it's fun. But again, I thank you all for standing up for me and standing up for yourselves and doing this. And that's all I can say. But my opinions on the Sonic comic book and franchise. Um, and, who knows? And maybe in 2009 we'll finally get the news we've been wanting to hear for the past 16 years, the past 15 years, which it will be, and that's the possibility of a Sonic the Hedgehog movie. But until then, I'm Brian Walmer saying God bless you all. Thank you for a great year, and I will talk to you all next year. Hope you have a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year, and God bless.